Let us start with the first question of the given exercise for you all. Okay, so this is the question, friends. A survey was conducted by a group of students as a part of their environmental awareness program, in which they collected the following data regarding the number of plants in 20 houses. So blindly I can say, see, number of houses is given over here. So this summation of Fi, when I do summation of Fi, friends, this will be definitely 20. So summation of Fi here is 20. You can see 1, 3, 4, 9, 15, 17 and 20. So summation is 20 is coming out here. Now the presentation is very important. Okay, the presentation. For that, what we do, we have to convert this table into a vertical table for us. Okay, so let us start doing that. Now what I did, I have converted the given table in this fashion. You should present in the same manner using scale, present it like a table, proper table. And then what is xi? Try to define everything, my friend. Here xi or midpoint, mid value, or we can say mid value is lower limit plus upper limit upon 2 is what the formula is. So we'll do like this: 0 plus 2 by 2 is 1. And then 0 plus 4 is 6, 6 by 2 is 3. And here you see 4 plus 6 is 10, 10 upon 2 is how much? 5. Now you can observe this is going with you can see upper limit values, the difference is 2. It is increasing by 2 every time. So this is also increasing by 2. You can see the lower limit also. Lower limit is also increasing by 2. So this also increases by 2 every time. So I need not have to do every time sum of the 2 and then divide by 2 and all. I just need to add 2 to this based on the given numbers for us. So these are all the numbers. So 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13 are the given numbers. This summation of frequency, you can understand sum of all the frequency values which I've earlier told you here, which is 20, same number 20 here. Now this column is asking us to find. See, please remember, sometimes we will be in a confusion like how many columns have to be taken, how many rows have to be taken. What is the formula I'm going to use? I'm going to use here direct method. Why direct method? Friends, if you observe, all the numbers here are very, very small. So for me, the calculation is easy by direct method. I'll go by direct method. I'll not use any deviation method here. So what is the formula, friend, for this? Summation of Fi xi upon summation of Fi is the formula. So I already know what is summation of Fi. I need to know summation of Fi into xi. So how do we do that? We'll multiply. 1 into 1 is 1, 2 into 3 is 6, here it is 5, then it is 35, the next one is something like 54, the next one is 22, and the last one is 39. And now I need to get summation of xi. Fi into xi is the method here for us. Okay, so here this is 7, 12, so 12 and 47, 47, 51 and 101, 101 plus 140, 162. I got this as 162 in my value. Okay, so here I'll substitute. You can always present yourself. You can write as much as possible the words. I'm using a direct method because the numbers of mid values and frequency are small, so I can go for direct method. Is an ideal method for this. You can write all those things. Okay, now it is 162 upon summation of Fi is, I got it as 20. Now to make the calculation easy, I can divide this by 2, which is going to be 81, and 81 divided by 10 is going to be 8.1. And please, in every statistics problem, do not forget to write approximately, because these are not an accurate number. This always leads to an approximate value of the mean. So now the conclusion, if I wish to say, what is the conclusion I got, my friend? 8.1. That means 20 ballers have an average as 8.1, which is not the minimum nor the maximum. It is falling in between. That is very, very important to check once again. So here finally my answer is x bar is equals to, or mean is equals to 8.1. Since the numbers are easy, I have used a direct method here. If the numbers are tough or big numbers to calculate, I'll go by the alternate methods which we discussed it. Okay, so let us see the other examples. Okay, so we'll see the second question. Now in this second question, daily wages are given. The people earning in the range between 500 to 520, 520 to 540, 540 to 560. The class difference or the class size here is given as 20. There are 12 workers who earn between 500 and 520. There are 14 workers who earn between 520 and 540, and the table is given in that manner. Number of workers table here is per 50. So you can see the total here will be 50. So what we need to remember, this first one which is giving a range is called class interval in general, and this is called frequency. So very important, class interval and frequency. So this is called Fi. So Fi total, I'll put it over here, Fi. So Fi total is 50. Now the mid value. Sum of these two divide by 2 is the method to find mid value. You know that method, right? So 500 and 520, the sum is 1020 upon 2 is 510. I don't recommend every time to do that 500 plus 520 by 2, 520 plus 540 by 2. If you can identify the exact middle number of these two, that is your value. So here the next value have to be 530, which falls exactly in between these two. And since the class size is 20, every time it is increasing by 20, upper limit and lower limit both are increasing by 20, the mid value also increases by 20. So 550, 570, 590 I have here. Now in the previous method, direct method, we multiply frequency with mid value, if you remember. If I do the same method here, the numbers are going to be huge numbers, and then getting a total of those numbers, again involving that into calculation, will take hell of time. So a lot of time. So better what you do, there is another method called as assumed mean method. Now what is this method? How do we perceive this? How do we work on this? You see, every value of this formula we need to find out. Remember, this formula is very important. We need to know the values of them. What is A, what is summation Fi di, what is summation F. Based on that only the number of columns will be decided. If you observe the table, first I have to find di values, that is called deviation with respect to assumed mean. A is called assumed mean here. This is A, assumed mean. And what is assumed mean, my friend? After finding the mid values, take the exact middle value as A. Take the exact middle value as A. Is that clear? That is called assumed mean. Now here I have 5 values, and for me finding an exact middle value is very easy. So which is why I have selected this method. Fine. If there are 2 values, like 6 values are given, then either you take the third one or the fourth one as assumed mean. I repeat once again. If there are 6 numbers, take the third one or the fourth one as assumed mean. It doesn't make any difference to you. Okay, all of you? So right now, exactly middle one. Try to take as much as possible the middle one as assumed mean. Now what did he ask us to do? Xi minus A, that is 510 minus 550. 510 minus 550 is minus 40. 530 minus 550 is minus 20. 550 minus 550 is 0. This is going to be 20 and this is going to be 40 is what I get. Now I got the D value, that is deviation values. D stands for deviation, please understand. And then I have to multiply Fi di. I know di is here, Fi is here, so I need to multiply the corresponding values of 2 columns. Now 4 into 12, 480 I got here. 20 into this, minus 280 I got it here. This is going to be 0, friends, and this is going to be 120, and the final value here is 400. So what I need to do here, this minus 80 is left here, and this minus this is going to be minus 160 is what left here, and I'll add both of them. Minus 240 is my summation of Fi di value. I got it here, minus 240. Fair enough? So now I'll apply that here. A, what is assumption value I have taken here? Assumption mean value 550 plus of minus 240 minus 240 upon 50 is summation Fi I have here. Okay, so now this is going to be 550 plus into minus is minus 540, 240 upon this one is going to be something like 48, or say 4.8 I get it here, minus 4.8, and then when I subtract here, this will be how much? 545.2 is an approximate value of mean which I get. Now the cross check thing. 50 people have an average salary of 545. You can see 545 falls over here, which is neither minimum nor the maximum. So my answer is mostly the right answer, because it is something we have taken an assumed mean. Someone can take an assumed mean here, someone can take an assumed mean here. There can be a slight difference between the values which they get and we get. So based on that, we always keep here as approximately. And final conclusions, please do not forget to write 50 workers have an average salary of 545.2 is the conclusion answer for you. Okay, all of you? So this is how the second question can be done. And you can see the presentation is very good. For every column you'll get marks, per formula you'll get mark, substitution you'll get a mark, and final conclusion will have hardly 1 mark to given. Suppose this whole table is correct, everything is correct, and you go with a minor mistake here, still you'll get good number of marks in this problem. Assume this is 5 marks question, you'll definitely get 4 marks for that. The final conclusion answer will not make a big difference here. Presentation makes a difference. Okay, so keep concentrating on the presentation. Let us go for the next question for us. Now let us do the third question in this exercise. The following distribution shows the daily pocket allowances of the children. So you understand, the children who have a pocket money falling between 11 and 13 are 7, falling between 13 and 15 are 6, falling between 15 to 17 are 9, falling between 17 and 19 is 13, like that. So in this question, he created one small thing. What is the exactly question? This one of the frequency value is missing, and the question is to find that frequency value. Now, in order to find the frequency value, mean should be already given in the question, and which is given as 18. So we need to find out this value. Is that clear? Frequency value we need to find out. So how do we do? I'll go by direct method here, because the numbers of frequency and the mid value both are small. We can manage to get their values. So the first value here, 7 and 12 is 84, friends. 6 and 14 is again 84, 9 and 16 is 144, 13 and 18, 180 plus 54 will be 234. The next one, 20F. Please understand, I have to multiply the numbers. So 20 into F is 20F. The next one is 110, and the last value is something called 96. So I need to know summation of F here and summation of Fi Xi here, and the values I need to get it. So this is 7, 13, 22, 35, 35, 40, 44. So this is something like 44 plus F kind of a value. Okay, 44 plus F, and the rest of the values here I just need to add up here will be. So now if you add all these numbers, how much you get? Will be something like 84, 84, 44, 34, 10 and 96. Something like 750, say I got 52 here, and carry with like 1, 2, 5, 6, 1 carry, 752 plus 20F is what I got. Okay, all of you, just need to add the numbers. I got here 7 and all this plus F. Please do not forget to write plus F here, and all these with plus 20F. Now the direct method which I am going to use, which is summation Fi Xi upon summation Fi, is what I am going to use. So apply the numbers. What is the mean value given, friends? Given, you can always mention what is given to you and what all the values you got it. So given this is 18. Summation Fi Xi, which I got it as 752 plus 20F, upon summation of F, I got it as 44 plus F. Now you can simplify and get the value of F over here. So what is this number now? 18 and 72, 792. I am just multiplying 18 into 44 plus F is equals to 752 plus 20F is what I have. So this product will be 792 plus 18F is equals to 752 plus 20F. Now sending these like terms to the other side, I will be left with 2F, and sending this to the other side, I will be left with something like 40, and the value of F is I got it as 20. So this is what my final answer is. Let me cross check once. 1820 will be 2f, and 792 minus 752 is something like 40. So definitely f is equals to 2. So what is the frequency value here? I got it as 20 is the answer. So this is what the conclusion, and what you can write here, the final conclusion: daily pocket allowance between 90 and 21 are 20 children. You can write that as a conclusion answer for us. Okay, so let us move on to next question in this. Now let us see the next question, that is fourth question here. There are 30 women who were examined in an hospital by a doctor, and the number of heartbeats per minute. So you can see the class interval is number of heartbeats per minute and number of women. So that means the women who have a heartbeat between 65 and 68 are 2 women. Heartbeat between 68 to 71, there are 4 women, and like that the table is given to us. Question is again to find this by some suitable method, he said. Now when I see the mid values, you can observe we have done some 3 questions, you know how to find mid value and all. I got these mid values. Now imagine my first method. What is my first method? Fi into xi. Multiplying these 2 values will take a lot of time for me. So direct method cannot be a good method for this method. Okay. Second method. What is second method? I should find deviation. When I try to find deviation, let us say my assumed mean is a here, for example. Now please observe, 66.5 minus 75.5 is minus 9. And again, if I have a minus 9 over here, multiplying them, again the next one will be minus 6, minus 3, 0, 3, 6 and 9. Now multiplying all these also will take some extra time for me. So to reduce my time, there is another method called step deviation method. This is going to be step deviation method. A step deviation method. And what is this method is all about? We have to do an extra thing here. Normally deviation means we'll do only xi minus a. Here we have to divide by h. What is h, my friend? Is class size. We all know this is class size, right? And what is a class size? You see the difference in the upper limit, difference in the lower limit, or direct difference here is called as class size. So 65, 68, the difference is 3. 68 and 71, the difference is 3. So you can see upper limit also have a difference of 3, lower limit also have a difference of 3. So my h value here is 3. So what I do, my friend, I'll just not only find the xi minus a, I'll also divide by 3 in every case. I'll also divide 3 in every case. So what I get here now will be minus 3, will be minus 2, will be minus 1, will be 0, 1, 2 and 3. Now I need to do Fi ui according to formula. Fi ui, this is your ui. So I'll multiply these 2 columns, corresponding values. 2 into minus 3 is minus 6. 4 into minus 2 is minus 8. 3 into minus 1 is minus 3. 8 into 0 is 0. 7 into 1 is 7. 7. And 4 and 2 is 8. We can say 2 and 3 is equal to 6. So what I can immediately do, I can add all these numbers. 8 and minus 8 gets cancelled. I'll be left with 7 minus 3, which is equal to 4. You got a very small value, and there your calculation becomes easier for you. Now summation of Fi I got 30. You can write there summation of Fi I got 30. Assumed mean we have taken it as 75.5. Summation of Fi ui I got it as 4. Apply those numbers now. Now let us see. Assumed mean I got it as 75.5 plus summation Fi ui I got it as 4 upon 30 into 3. And we know the BODMAS methods here. We can also keep a bracket instead of into here. Okay, you can do that. This gets cancelled by 10, and you see the calculation has become so easy for me. Now I got this as 0.4. My ultimate answer is 75.9, and do not forget to write this as approximate. So this method has made the things much easier in calculation. That is why we recommend this method also. But remember, it is all situation based. Simple were numbers. If you can do direct method, ideally fine. If not, deviation method. If not, step deviation method. These are the number of columns would be required for step deviation method. Okay, so please try these questions. Try as much as questions. You have more questions in exam exercise. Those questions also you can try. Final conclusion, you should not forget, heartbeat of 30 women on an average is 75.9. On an average, it is between 70.5 and 9. It is between minimum and maximum, which is always to be cross-checked. Okay, so take care, try these questions. Thank you all.